What's up, Steeler Nation? We are the Observers. Full house today after another W. Boys, we're 2-0.
Feels good, don't it?
Undefeated.
I know a couple teams
17
that are
and 0
0-2.
watch. Yeah, dude. I haven't been talking too much trash, even though I want to.
I know it's so hard.
It's so hard because I know that I'll get pummeled back.
Who
But
would you be talking to? What fan base?
Ravens, uh Ravens.
Ravens. Yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, I don't care
all
about
right.
the
I
rest of
mean,
them.
they're having a hard time of it.
They'll be
Lost to the
back. You know
Raiders.
they'll be back.
Justin Tucker missed another 50-yard field goal. That's becoming a trend over there. But
Well, Boz is better than him now, so
let's go.
Okay.
All right. All right. But let's focus on us. Guys, we went to 2-0 after getting a win in Denver. So it wasn't the offense that we expected to see, but I feel like we did see some good highlights. We did protect the football. And yeah, I want to know what y'all's thoughts are.
well, I have to. I'll go first before. I want to take credit because like I said, I have a new lucky hat that I want to unveil here.
Oh my gosh. Show and tell.
Okay.
Wow. It's actually,
It actually fits your head. Go ahead, get all your big head jokes out. It fits you perfect. I
like
knew that was
the
coming.
only thing I was gonna say is you don't necessarily need that secondary insert. Like I felt like,
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
bet I don't,
the
idiot.
circumference of your skull was
Just can't just
sufficient.
let me have something and be happy.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It looks dope. I fuck with
I
it.
know it does.
Yeah, it is
I
pretty
can't even
cool.
fit it in the screen. Anyway, we haven't lost since I've had this hat, so you're
Do you wear
welcome.
it on game days all day?
I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of tight with the insert in. So it kind of just sits on my head. So no, I don't wear it
with,
much.
with your big
It looks
head.
badass. This is the picture. This is the new Observers logo. I hope you know. This has to be right this moment. Take this screenshot, please. This is it. Wow.
Um,
No, it does look dope though. Now that's a what they call a big hat, right?
it's called Noggin Boss. No free ads, but that's the brand.
Noggin boss. Okay.
Noggin Boss.
Okay.
It was not cheap. I'm a little embarrassed of what it cost,
Oh, they're
but
expensive. I looked at them before.
I was having some beers one day. I saw it. I was like, I'm getting that thing.
It
Um,
goes well
It
with my
looks like
turnover chain.
cartoonish. Like it almost looks like it's like drawn on.
It
It
looks like
on
a Zoom
camera.
hover thing.
Yeah,
Like it's
like
not
on
real.
camera it looks kind of
It's a
badass.
Zoom
Not gonna lie.
effect.
anyway, this is my new lucky hat. I only wear it on shows that we win. So
Are you
that's
gonna are you gonna
bread.
burn are you gonna burn it if we lose?
It's burnable. So, see how the team is. But yeah, so I watched the game. A little scary on offense still. When you see stats that like I saw some stats that were kind of worse than last year, but doesn't feel worse. Because we're moving the ball a little bit. We're just not scoring. Penalties, like we said, kill us. Do you guys think this offense is better than last year's offense?
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
Even with the lack of points and yards and
So last week played a pretty good defense. It's our first go at it with a backup quarterback who did not have the full reps, supposedly. And the Falcons defense looked good last night with a team that everyone assumes is pretty decent. And they moved the ball. This week, first half looked good. They
second
That's the
half. Oh my
penalties.
God, dude.
So here's what I think happened though. So the penalties wiped out a touchdown. So they easily could have had two touchdowns. And yeah, I get it. Like you could still score after that, but you get moved back. You lose your flow. Penalty took away a 50 some yard gain to Pickens down the sideline. They did have some PIs that drew some yardage. And I really feel like I haven't gone back and looked at it. Like I feel like Tomlin is just like plays to the game each weekend to the W. Like he's got no interest in winning that game 30-3. It's like as soon as they got to double digits, dude, like did you ever think that Broncos offense was going to do anything?
No,
Like
no.
I think Tomlin was just like, we're up. If we start throwing the ball and get picked, that the only way the Broncos win this game is if we give them a short field and we're just going to run it and punt it. And that was just like all they did. They loaded the box. They dared us to put Fields back there and throw it around. And they were like, no, we're just content to run it and we'll punt it back to you because you're not going to do anything.
I did see a thing where it was like, if without those penalties, he has 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a nice stat line.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I think this defense one of the best we've seen in 10 years. Is this on? Everyone
easily.
agree? Yeah, this is like for real. I mean, it was Bo Nix. You guys are all about him and thought he was so good. I was the one who said he sucks, but
We need to pull receipts.
no.
Yeah, really. I mean, right before I think it was recording because we record like 10 minutes ahead of time when we go on. And honestly, we should start digging through those files because I think we got some gold in there. But no, I think that the offense looks a lot better. There's a lot more hope for it this year with the athleticism that Justin Fields brings. Also, him limiting mistakes and really just it seems like I don't want this to sound wrong, but he seems so tame within this offense. So I feel like you've got a great athlete. He's really honing it in. And I believe, Smo, what you were referring to on Tomlin's press conference today, he kind of alluded to the fact that like we're in two like hostile stadiums, and at least when it came to Denver, that's a pretty hostile crowd compared to Atlanta, where we travel pretty well down there. That being said, you didn't want to put the ball in harm's way. Like you're right. So yeah, we did get conservative. And then we did have some big plays wiped out by penalty. Broderick Jones, like y'all were nice when you were talking about the penalties, but Broderick Jones, good grief. Couple holdings in one drive, and it may have been a false start
False
too in
start.
there, but
Yeah.
he was just
Three
crushing us.
penalties in a row,
But is
right?
that like, I mean, we can get into that now. What are we, how dumb is this situation?
Yeah,
Did
not
you
a
hear,
fan of
did you
it.
hear Tomlin talk about it today of like,
He
he's
was
not
he
un, unconcerned or what about like rotating two guys in who he feels are starter worthy. I'm like, I've been watching football for like 30 some years, dude. I have never seen an offensive line rotation in a game where you're rotating guys series after series. What's happening? I
I
don't
feel
get
like it was a competition between the two, but Troy won that. And what he was saying, his reasoning behind it was that he was unfamiliar with Troy's conditioning. So he brought Broderick in to try and spell him, kind of like what we did with Jalen and Najee. So that was the thinking there. But once Broderick started getting penalized like crazy, then it was just too much.
But like this is the same. Did we not start Dan Moore and Kendrick Green as rookies like their entire first year? Like we didn't rotate guys. He wasn't concerned about. He's just making shit up at this point.
How I think Dan Moore is like he's like an ex-girlfriend that just like won't go away. Like he's not marryable. Like he's not marriage material, but you just can't dump him because he's just not that bad, right? We
Solid.
need him to
Like,
like tear something. I'm just kidding.
okay,
I'm
come on.
kidding. I'm kidding.
You got that hat on and
I'm
you're
kidding.
you're wishing like
I'm
severe harm.
kidding. I'm
Good
kidding. Hat
grief.
tip to Dan. But yeah, like dude, I just want Broderick to play left tackle.
They needed to rip the band-aid off last year. They've
And now
mismanaged
Dan
it.
Moore's
I'll-
getting he's
Well, and like to his
good.
credit, he showed he's a 4-year starter. Like you would expect someone to get better and
When you
understand things
said
a bit
Jones only
more.
played 8 games, I couldn't believe that.
He started 11.
Oh, 11.
So here's the thing that like he came in reserve mop up duty the 1 year. The next year he started 11. But even those games, how many of those games was Georgia blowing people out by 30 or 40 points and he probably got pulled? Like he definitely, that was the knock on him, was he
It
was
was
more
rough.
projection than like ready to go. Like Faltano is older. started many games, so like is plug and play. But you just can't be in this. You can't be in a situation where you use first round picks on the same position, and neither one of them's playing left tackle.
I
Like,
know.
I don't know what you're like. Just put at this point, just put Valentano at right tackle, let him play, and just get Broderick reps at left tackle. I'll practice long and let him
Why don't
try
they
and beat out
rotate
Dan Moore.
him?
Like,
I'm
just
I
just
let
was
him
looking
try
at
and beat
Dan
out Dan
thinking
Moore.
Moore.
it's because Dan's playing like relatively solid. So he's actually rated pretty well with tackles in the
You
league.
know who's amazing? Frazier. Not surprised.
He is, they have him rated middle of the pack, which is, but as a
What?
rookie and for the center position, it's, PFF and all that stuff. And not to be like a data reader, but that's how he's ranked at the moment. But for us, I
Data
think he's
reader.
doing
A data reader.
the data reader, but
Data reader.
he's doing a great job for us as of right now.
Well,
So
as long as there's no sacks. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
I don't know. I looked at your hat and it just fucked me up. Like y'all got to see this on YouTube because this boy, excuse
This
me. Wow, sorry, but
Wow. You know there's
mhm,
females watch this.
professional. Sorry, mom.
That's disgusting.
Excuse me. Yeah, a little recap there. Oh, but did we talk about our boy Corey Trice, who came in for backup game one against Atlanta. Then in game two, he makes a read. He sees that receiver in the back of the end zone and he jumps a route and gets a pick in the back of the end zone right after a big play.
that
That
was
was
sweet.
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was sweet. Happy for
It's
him.
it's cool to see because I just saw an article where they were talking about how we like those corners that are over 6 feet tall. So we got Joey Porter in the second round and then Trice in the seventh round. So having those two, Trice getting hurt, that was a bummer. But to see him work his way back and being at this point where he's making like impact plays for us, it's pretty cool.
How nice is it that we finally have like when's the last time that we had a lockdown corner? Like Ike T
I don't remember
swagging,
any of them.
loved Ike T,
He
but
wasn't like that. Rod
no.
Woodson?
I mean, dude, you don't even hear Porter's name
I
all
know.
game, dude.
It's
Like this
awesome.
is like if he just wipes out one side of the field, like
Maybe
sky's the
Chris will
limit
like
with
him
the
one day.
defense. I mean, come on.
Well, if he quits proving me right with these damn penalties, because he had
Oh
another one.
He's
God,
He
physical,
just he
dude.
just had another one.
God
so
damn.
I'm just
what?
saying there's a way to play the position. You don't have to. It's a finesse way to play it, but just quit getting caught. But he hasn't hurt us yet. I think we have not had a
Don't you know
receiver
who his
get.
dad is? He's not gonna not play physical. That's how he was
I
born and bred, dude.
I hear you. I would love to reduce the penalties that extend drives. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want to extend
I
drives.
would
That's it.
give up
Is that a
one, two
bad?
a
Is it?
game.
We say it's a bad thing to not want to extend the opponent's drives. Just saying.
Better than touchdowns.
But no, I mean the six
All
foot
right.
corners. I think he's playing great.
Let's get
And yeah,
down
we
to it.
haven't given up. We haven't given up a 40-yard receiver yet. I think is something that I saw. That was a stat. So that's great.
Let's get down to the important shit. Who do we want to play quarterback
I mean, Russ isn't healthy yet, so we don't have a choice.
when he's healthy?
I mean, we should take after what Tomlin said today. We're not going to. Are we going to
Shut
be the
up.
ones that
Who does Chris
speculate?
want to play fucking quarterback? Not Tomlin.
Oh shoot! I want to see Justin Fields keep rolling. In all honesty, I want to see Justin Fields continue
I
to
don't
roll.
at all. I don't at all. I want Russ to play.
I don't
I
know.
want to see what it looks like with Russ.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to
I
just
think
see.
I think we'll learn a lot this weekend. It's the best team we will have played thus far. I think it's going to take more than 13 and 18 points to beat them. It's going to take some touchdowns. So I'll be interested to see if they do open things up a little bit for Justin and see what else is in the playbook and how he can handle it. I just like as much as we want to run, it's still a pretty pass heavy league. And like sometimes when he throws, like it's
All
wobbly.
gas.
Oh man, like yeah, and it's like the deep stuff is great, the rolling out, but like just standing there, it just like doesn't look comfortable to him. And like reading the defense and picking it apart. Whereas I think Russ could. Um, So I don't know. It's like but Russ isn't going to run around like he does. So
Yeah, but
they're
would he even need to?
that's the thing. I don't know if the line's playing well and he can sit there and pick something apart or
I
run
want to
play
just see it.
action.
I'm not sold on, like, I'm not saying like, oh, you got to stick with him whole season, but I want to just see a game or two what we look like, with a quarterback again.
I mean,
We
he's
don't
the
want
more accurate
any.
passer.
No, I hear you. We don't want any like what ifs. We want to see what it would look like. It's just kind of exciting to see Fields out there and watch him develop or grow through the game because he's made some really nice throws. I think he's made good decisions too. We've never really been like, oh shit, like that was almost a pick. I don't think we've ever thought that when he's thrown the ball
He won it
yet.
one over the middle last game on like a
Okay.
third down.
Well, I get nervous when he's under center
Oh, with
all
the
the
fumbling
all the time.
thing. Yeah. No, I can see that. And Smo, you're right. When we're gonna have to score some points because I don't know what the time frame is, but the Chargers are like 18-0 when they give up less than 20. So we are gonna have to score some points in order to get this one. And this is where a couple of things collide and something's got to give because their defense is pretty good. Their scoring defense is great. Now, mind you, one of those teams that they played was the Carolina Panthers,
Oof.
but their scoring defense is tops. I believe we are second. Then they've got a pretty good rush offense, but we're pretty good defending against
They're
the run.
averaging 197.5 rush yards a game.
Mm.
Holy shit! And that's Dobbins and who else?
Shoot, why I keep remembering? But
Uh, dude, who else do they have? Gus Edwards. This is Baltimore, dude. We know
This
these
is
boys.
Baltimore
and you know who the,
rejects.
the
Yeah.
coordinator is? It's Roman, Greg Roman, I believe.
Mm.
Isn't that his name? Yeah.
They're like a. I feel like they're like a West Coast us. They're physical now. Um, they're going to play defense. Herbert's Herbert. And I'm not. I think he's good, but I
Yeah, Greg
always
Roman.
thought that he kind of like people celebrated on him early. Um,
I mean, they want to run the ball.
yeah,
They're throwing to Lad McConkey and Quentin Johnston. So two young guys are getting all the targets, and it's largely been. I mean, Dobbins at 27 carries for 266, Gus 29 for 85. I mean, they're rotating them about 50.
yeah, we got to shut that down because Bijan ran on us a bit in the first half.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I
I mean, on the defensive side, like work's cut out for us, dude. Bosa, Khalil Mack. I forgot Khalil Mack was over there.
Yeah.
Derwin James at safety, Asante Samuel Jr. at corner. They've got Bud Dupree over there coming off the bench a little bit.
yeah, it should be good. I mean, we're gonna run on them. We're gonna try.
Yeah, their
Um,
offense also isn't rated like overall, like their rush offense is good, which they're gonna have to rely on, but Herbert potentially not being 100% is going to make it interesting for
why
sure.
he's not? Is he hurt?
He had to get x-rays. They came back negative, but he was hurt at the end of their last game. So if he plays or if he's like not 100%, if he's kind of a sitting duck now
What did he hurt?
to his foot, I believe, like before, I don't think he played in the preseason because he was in a boot and they were claiming it was like a plantar or something with his foot. And he said, no, it actually wasn't
They
that. It
call that
was something
plantar
else.
fasciitis.
Okay. But yeah. And so he was saying it wasn't that, but whatever. He was in a boot. Now he's got something else coming up. So his wheels aren't good. So if we can stop the run and we put him in third and longs, then it's an opportunity for us to introduce those tackles to the league. So Highsmith's got his work cut out for him. I don't know that right tackle, like how tenured he is, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. They're pretty well rated so far. But again, they did play the Panthers as one of those games. We played the Falcons, who everyone was like, "Oh, Kirk, he's not 100%, but he looked pretty damn good whenever he drove down the field against the Philadelphia Eagles last night." So,
They've
Okay.
got the rookie at right tackle.
oh,
So yeah, that's going to be fun. That's like a 4-year starter at Notre Dame. Joe Alt, 3-year starter maybe. I think he left early.
I thought Joe Alt was their left tackle.
They got him at right.
Oh. So I'm with
Rashawn
DJ.
Slater's at
Who are
left.
you rooting for then?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, oh, oh.
Are they playing against Notre Dame or just somebody who went there? Went there.
I mean, I root for Mountaineer players.
Okay.
Um,
Were you rooting for the Seahawks last year when we played them?
no, you're right.
Okay.
Um,
Stupid question.
Fields, he's playing, right? That Tomlin said it.
Fields is starting, yeah.
Yeah, Fields is starting.
Okay. All right, predictions. What we gonna see?
Well, Coach did say, there's no way do I know who we are as an offense yet because we haven't opened anything up. So he said, keep watching. I feel like we're at home. We've
Home opener.
watched. Yeah. I predicted this would be the game that we would lose, but based off of the fact that one, we probably know the system considering it's Greg Roman, and we also know the running backs, and we didn't have too many problems with them, right? So that being said, I have a feeling our defense is going to show up and like prove itself to be, as advertised. And then we're going to put a couple points on the board. I want to say something along the lines. I think they'll score at least one touchdown. So I say we give up 10, but let's say we score 23.
So you got us 23-10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? What's wow about that?
Them only scoring 10 is a little wild to me.
earth-shattering.
Yeah.
What big deal?
I'm just saying. I just
Against
wowed
those
it. I can
running
wow
backs
if I want to wow.
against those running backs that won. Patrick Queen practiced against JK
That doesn't
and Gus.
matter.
That's true because in Baltimore apparently they don't hit. But then I said it.
Who
Patrick
doesn't
Queen
care
said
who he
it.
practiced against?
So
They're
he
in a whole
knows
different
them.
system.
It's Greg Roman. It's a system that Baltimore ran that he was up there.
You don't think he
So
changed anything? Here's the playbook. How's the Ravens logo?
I don't know.
on
He
it?
got
Just run.
fired. He got fired and he's somewhere else now. Hold on. He got fired and he's somewhere else now. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
that'd
know.
be funny if he forgot to find and replace all. It
Yeah.
had the Chargers logo, but
Then why
everything
are
just had
people
like
giving?
Lamar Jackson.
Then why did people give a shit about Arthur Smith? Like he didn't change anything whenever he had to go from head coach and then reduce the responsibilities to be our offensive coordinator. So if we're gonna say that about Greg Roman going from Ravens to wherever he was to Chargers, I'm just saying like
I don't think
Mike,
he did change stuff.
we know him.
Okay, you got it 23-10.
Yeah, you were giving me shit about how many
I
points we're gonna give up. I'm
I
sorry, I
wow
believe in
that.
our defense.
That's wow to
Shit.
me. I
That's
wowed it.
then how many
You
points are
had
they gonna
you had us 0-2
wait,
coming into this
you
game.
got them scoring what, 30? Shit.
I got this game 24-23 Steelers.
What the fuck? Mhm.
Game-winning touchdown drive, Justin Fields.
Oh God, that place would erupt.
It
QB
would.
sneak.
Oh man, that would
QB
be
sneak
way
for the
too
win.
stressful.
Nope.
They
Wheel route to Naj.
24-20.
24-23. I think it'll
Can we
be
make it a clean sweep of us?
23-17 going into the late fourth quarter. And then we put it up.
in what world is our defense allowing that to happen? Just
I don't know, dude. It just
riddle
happens.
me. Riddle me that. I mean, y'all want to give me shit about how many points they give up or how many points we don't give up. I'm gonna give you shit
Maybe
about how
there's
many
maybe
points we
there's a
should give up.
turnover. You never know.
Who does it?
Fields.
Van Jefferson. Yeah.
He's gonna turn the ball over at some point.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
God, home opener. LA. I think they're already in Pittsburgh, right? Didn't I see a story that they were spending the entire week on the
What?
East Coast? Yeah. Get the bodies adjusted.
We don't
Which takes me,
allow
where are they
that shit.
practicing? They practicing in like Baldwin or something?
Maybe the Ravens Stadium. This Greg Roman used to work there. In case you didn't know.
Wow, that was a good one.
Yeah,
God.
Albert
was-
Gallatin. Yeah, the Chargers are down in AG South today.
Coach Dindle got him hooked up. God, I can't. until I see it, I don't see us putting up 20 some points is a problem.
You can't see us putting up 23 points.
Until I need to see it before I like predict it again. Um, I feel like their D is better than we think. Both teams want to run the ball.
Here comes a loss.
I can see like 18-16 us.
What?
That's the ugliest score.
Yeah. Someone
That's
chases a 2 point
nasty.
conversion. Just like
That's
I,
nasty.
I mean, I want to see some better. I want to see some more touchdowns and some
What
better
do you think
play.
they do
But
about these penalties, dude? Do you think these are fixable? Like, what is
he
Tomlin
brought the
doing?
referees into the practice.
Well, all week,
He
Yeah,
did?
yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they'll be
He's probably
there.
like, since when can't we do this? I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Well, at least 3 of them were what
So
Broderick on one drive. How many did we end up with?
he had, oh, I don't know how many we ended up with, but I believe we're the second most penalized team in the league right
10 for
now.
78.
What is up with the special teams penalties? I
Danny
mean, that's
Smith
like
is too worried about how much gum he can fit in his damn mouth
I
than
was listening to someone though, man. Like holds on these returns get called like 20 yards away from where the play is, and like officials, I think, need to chill out to some extent.
there's
Like if I see a
there's a lot.
They need
replay and
to
you're
look
calling
at
a
like
hold from across the field, like just come on.
they
They're
need
up.
to like consider like proximity to the play. Like, would it make an impact? That
Yeah.
is something like the rules committee should look into.
The you know what play I thought we got a freebie on is I think it was Calvin Austin the hit he had. What are you laughing at?
Because you really don't have to use the insert to that hat. Like it actually fits you.
No, it doesn't, Chris. You dumbass. Yeah, this fucking fits me. Does this fit me,
It looks better
idiot?
that way.
I don't think that was a hit to the head. What I was going to say.
Oh, good grief.
It was close.
I think you need him.
Either way, he caught one.
All right, we got 3 Steelers wins. I think that's it. Anything else?
I'm gonna be watching majority of this game from the Delta Lounge in Atlanta Airport.
Ooh, humble brag.
No, I'm just saying I might miss the. I don't think plain Wi-Fi is good enough to like stream these days, right? I think I'll be
It's
following
going to be
box scores
national. It's going to be
and your.
national title. They don't have free
It's
TV.
that's
Romo's
right. So
on
it's
it.
on national. All right, yeah, maybe I will be able to check it out then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll probably watch it at the same spot I've been watching the games at so far. I haven't had
Okay.
sound the first time I can watch the game.
What if
Are you
that?
still leaving for the
What if
games?
that big hat was my lucky charm and I wore it on the plane?
I got it all messed up now.
Yeah, you fucked it up.
You got flustered. Don't let me control your emotions. Shoot. Keep it in check.
Expensive hat, man. Can't mess with it.
I know I had to rip it out of Lucas' hands earlier. He's throwing it around. I
It's
said,
not a
hey,
toy.
that's what I told him. This isn't a toy, son.
Will you wear it to the game when we go on the
I don't know.
observers
I think
trip?
it's kind of it's kind of a hat. Like I said, it's a little bit heavy. It doesn't fit like great. And I might be a like viewing obstruction. So probably not now.
Well, somebody says something. Chris has got taken care of.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be on the other side of the stadium, apparently.
we
Shit.
don't know that. All right. I'll see you boys.
The 3-0
All
it
right.
is, huh?
Observers
See you at
out.
3-0. All right. Cheers.